Here we have a lovely blue heron. I'm quite sure. I'm not wearing my glasses at the moment, but I do believe he is blue. Um, Taking advantage of some low tide fishing. And this particular beach is chock full of oysters. Tons and tons of oysters. Water is not quite at the lowest low just yet, but very shortly I'll be doing my own little bit of foraging for a quick little snack. Much like the birds taking advantage of the ocean, I too will take advantage of the abundance of food that I am provided here from my ever thankful home of ocean life. So this particular foraging outing didn't go too well. I got a visit from either the Coast Guard or the police. I'm guessing they were police because they were in a black and gray boat. I really didn't pay a whole lot of attention to them because, well, whatever. They're doing their job, I guess. So, but yeah, they just kind of informed me that, well, they told me a blatant lie, which is why I told them blatant lies as well. They told me the shellfish here are poisonous and not to eat them. And I told them, don't worry, I'm just collecting shells. So, yeah, whatever. If they're going to lie to me, I'll lie right back to them. I have no problem doing that. Obviously, no shellfish are poisoned. Eat at your own risk. There's a wee boy here climbing on some weeds. Cool little fella. Yeah, that whole poison shellfish nonsense is because these people are too lazy to patrol the waters. So they'll just throw a sign up and say, yeah, don't eat these, you'll get sick. Much like these guys just told me. Just like any other kind of, what do you call these people, civil servants. They're just looking to find somebody and make some money. All part of the enslavement system. So, what I've learned from said experience anyways is stick to foraging on less inhabited islands, because obviously here in the city somebody's gonna notice what I'm doing and think they're doing a good job by calling the authorities, because, well, they're just enslaved, trapped souls in a rat race that is destined to destroy humanity, and I'm kind of destined to seek out and find my humanity. Yeah, fuck the fucking fuckers. And we've got an eagle having some words with, or having a little contest with his stolen food here. I've often seen seagulls and kind of crows gang up on eagles, but obviously the eagle is kind of the king of the sky, so it's I think their effort is just to annoy, because yeah, obviously a seagull, well, you never know. I mean, a pack of seagulls maybe could take down an eagle. I haven't seen it happen yet, but they're always willing to chase them. I have seen that several times. There's a little soldier there. He did not get his food back. That guy just made off with some food before the crows could take it from him. And of course we have little fishy friends. They're definitely well aware of my presence, because they do scurry away quickly. Oh, and we've got a little friend down there. I've looked up the name of that guy before, but I don't quite remember it at this point in time. There's actually a couple friends down there. There's a Dungeness and that spidery looking guy, which might in fact be called a spider crab. I don't exactly recall. Yeah, always lots of life to see at low tide. We have a large crab friend here. I think he might be aware of me now and is trying to conceal himself in those weeds there. One thing I've noticed about the crab population is they are quite scared most of the time, and rightfully so, as they are hunted by everyone, or everything rather, including humans. So I like to leave those boys be because, well, I don't know, I kind of like the wee boys. And I don't really feel like there's enough meat on their bodies to warrant killing them. Quite possibly the largest star boy I've seen. We'll just have to drift over top of him. And there he is. Quite a large boy. He must be well old, I reckon. I do believe this is what they call a sand dollar. I found a bunch of these boys when I was digging for clams. I really didn't find any clams, so not enough to be worth eating anyway, so I wasn't too upset when Mr. Policeman came. But there are these little guys. They're actually kind of fascinating little boys. They're they're like 100% shell, or they appear to be anyways. But why I came on shore is this pipe is probably some sort of effluent. I'm just curious how it gets so corroded with shit, and like literally does not even look like a pipe. It's like rock hard, whatever it is. Anyways, lots of these wee boys. Sorry about the shadow. So it's 3 in the morning, as you can see. Not the most comfortable night. I've certainly had worse, so not complaining at all here. This is ocean life for you. Just kind of giving you an idea of what you can expect here. So for the time being, my coffee is stationary. Typically I'll leave it anchored when when things no longer stay on the table. So I've had a lot worse. Like I said, this is not at all the end of the world. But just to give those who have not spent the night on a boat before a little bit of an idea. Obviously, I knew this particular spot was going to be rolly. It's written in guidebooks, it's written on Navionics. It's not any kind of secret whatsoever. There's no real breakwater at all. And it's just kind of unfortunate the way the wind is coming in. This particular day, I am, kind of, my beam is directly to the incoming swell, so hence the rolliness. So I was up early, but I was in bed early as well. And we do have a coat on the floor that I have not picked up yet. So it does make for a challenging pour over, that's for sure. There was some water spilled, I'm not going to lie about that. But yeah, I don't concern myself with these things. I feel it's just the way she goes, right? I welcome the ocean, and I welcome all of her glory. And this is just part of the fun. And there's a wee look at what we've accomplished since we've dropped the anchor. Just the way the tides and the current and the wind are coming in. As you can see, we are completely exposed to, all of this swell coming in. I've got current and wind coming down the coast, keeping my beam, directly Yahweh. So, just kind of mention here how much I've come to learn and realize that this sort of lifestyle I've chosen, nature kind of dictates a lot of things. For instance, when I wake up, right now is a perfect example. And also, you definitely won't be seeing me, but whatever. No point in looking at an avionics screen either. Like when I leave in the morning for, like you saw yesterday, it was kind of a quicker than planned. What direction I might travel a particular day. It's really all up to the wind and the waves. And it's really, I feel quite connected to nature after having spent a year out here doing this. And it's a great way to live life, and it's really been forgotten in our ridiculous consumer-driven capitalist economy kind of society where everybody, lives to work and just stay in debt and buy more garbage, right? Oh, I strongly urge anyone that's stuck in that kind of mindset of, well, I need to work so I can buy my junk and keep on paying off junk and keep on working and yada yada yada. I mean, get over it. Get out there. Get into nature. Look, we've created this lovely existence here that is just kind of completely forgotten about. And yeah, what I'm trying to say is unchain yourself, open your eyes, and get out in nature and let nature tell you what to do. The earth is speaking to us, but many of us are not listening. So those are my 2 cents at this point in time. Alrighty, we are motoring straight into the wind and into the sunset to Savory Island. Powell River was, we had a bit of an experience that I won't get into right at this minute, but needless to say, it was time to leave. There's actually clearly enough wind to sail, but this is sort of a backup plan. I was trying to get to a marine park that's a few miles beyond Savory, so that's why I chose not to sail. I was motor sailing for a wee bit, but it was only gaining me a few, like not even half a knot, so there was just no way I was going to make it there by sunset. So I mean, at this point in time I could raise the sails, but I'm very close to my destination, so yeah, we'll just burn some fuel and make some noise. I guess it kind of makes up for all the drifting I did in the last couple of days. Okay, so as I kind of expected, the wind noise would be pretty atrocious, so I didn't really get into this story live while I was doing this little bit of voyage here, so here goes. So as you saw earlier, obviously, it was pretty rock and rolly anchorage I was staying at here, and the winds were never up too high, so I wasn't overly concerned about my anchor dragging or anything like that, but as always I was kind of keeping a close eye on it. And as you saw, I was up at 3 a.m., 2:30ish, 3 a.m. every morning at this particular location. So anyways, on the third night, when I woke up to my usual rocking and rolling, there was a different noise this particular morning, I guess it would be. And so, first things first, I looked at Navionics to see where my boat was at, and it was indicated to be on land, which is, Navionics shows you low water kind of depths and whatnot. So this being a fairly shallow beach area I was at, it was telling me I was going to be on land at low water, basically. So anyways, I just, kind of double checked that I was actually still floating. I just rocked the boat back and forth, and it appeared to be floating, so I wasn't overly worried. I basically at that point proceeded to the front of the boat to pull the anchor, kind of try to pull my boat towards the anchor to deeper water, as I had sort of figured. I guess I must have dragged at that point. But when I started pulling up the anchor line, it was not heavy at all. It was just that. It was just a anchor line with a perfectly good eyelet on one end and no chain or shackle connecting it to the rest of my anchor system. So at that particular moment, I just kind of started the engine and made my way through the wee hours of the morning to the nearby marina for a bit of refuge and to figure out my next course of action. I guess I should point out that it was basically my own negligence that, or it appears to be anyways, my own negligence that caused this incident. I was using just a normal standard issue steel wire to secure the clevis from backing itself out on the threaded portion, and I had, over the weeks prior to this, I had noticed that wire was in fact rusting and in need of being changed. And like I said, I just kind of never came across any stainless wire, and things are difficult to buy given the current world situation. So I was just basically ignoring it, and lesson learned here. When you ignore things, things happen that you're not expecting to happen. So that being said, it was a pretty positive experience all in all. It did cost me a bit of money, but no damage was done. I'm pretty confident I never did hit the ground anywhere. I guess I'll never really know that much, but luckily I was awake and able to get out of that situation while there was still time to do that. So like I said, basically positive experience. I'm kind of in the mindset that if I have respect for the ocean will have respect for me, and this was certainly the case on this day. But so yeah, there's that part of story time for you. I guess can mention that my original thought was to buy myself a wetsuit and try and free dive and find my anchor. After more thought, that became pretty apparent that would be a pretty enormous stroke of luck kind of mission I was trying to get myself on. So anyways, I ended up just meeting up with a local diver at the marina, and he agreed to grab it for me for a small fee, and basically he made a pretty good profit from this pretty regular occurrence that happens out here on these waters. um, it only took him, start to finish, an hour, give or take, to for him to get his boat to where my anchor was, and for him to get my anchor in my hand. So good work for that fella. I won't mention his name because my content is kind of a good way to ostracize people. So yeah, we'll just he did a good job. I'm happy that he provided me a service, but I'm not going to advertise for him because it will likely just get him criticism. So basically, in closing here, if you haven't noticed, and it's very apparent to me when I'm back editing this footage, really it only takes like 4 hours of being on land and surrounded by zombies for the trauma to become apparent. So I just really want to drive home the fact that I'm a grown adult with you know somewhat of a life experience to draw on here. So what I'm trying to really drive home is, if it only takes me 4 hours to become traumatized by, diaper wearing zombies, what on earth do you believe your children are going through? All of you people that insist on diaper wearing and forcing diapers on your children. Like, just think of the trauma that you're causing these poor little souls on this earth. I really cannot state this enough. It's just despicable what's going on here. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. As you can see, we're at Savory Island here now, and just getting the anchor down. The wind would be northwest overnight, so I'm nicely kind of protected here, and that'll basically conclude this video. And as always, I guess thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.